Good afternoon. This is Andrew Lowry on location here in California with Chris from Dr.Teak. He's going to give us some hints and tips on maintenance programs for teak furniture.
Here you have a piece of teak furniture, and it's obviously been sitting outside for a long time. It's gray and dirty. You have some evidence of mold and mildew here. It's basically been left untreated and uncared for years. It's unsightly and rather gross looking, and frankly, your principal's not going to want to sit on this or invite their guests to. And the real question is, how do you maintain this furniture to a level that's acceptable to you and your principal and can get enjoyment and use out of everyone? Over here, we have a chair that's freshly oiled, maintained, is smooth to touch, free of dust and dirt, and is generally a pleasant thing to have in the household. This chair is maintained by a maintenance contract, and it's something that I think is very important for outdoor furnishings. Some of the reasons we think a maintenance plan for your outdoor teak furniture is so important is because it's one of the only ways to really keep the furniture looking great and ready for use at all times. It's very important that the furniture is maintained consistently. If it's not, then you end up with the chair over here on the left-hand side, gray, dirty, and not very usable for your principal. Over here, with the chair with my right hand, it's ready for use, and that's the biggest key factor. Is the furniture ready to go at all times at a moment's notice? Unfortunately, unlike furniture inside the house, it's hard for your staff and housekeepers to keep the furniture looking good and fresh. You've got moisture and mold and mildew to contend with, along with surface dirt and airplane fallout. Some of the questions that you need to ask a service provider about a maintenance program are as follows. How often will you come and maintain the furniture? I would say 3 to 4 months max in between visits. I prefer 3, but 4 is about the max you want to go. If it's a beach home, I would say definitely 3 months max, without a question. Also, are you reapplying the sealer every time? The entire piece does not need to be resealed every time, but all the parts that face upwards towards the sun need to be. Another question is, what are you doing to prep the surface before you reapply the sealer? I think prep is one of the most important things. Not only should it be cleaned with a wet, damp rag and possibly a mild cleaner, it should also be lightly sanded in areas that have become rough, and then the sealer should be applied on all the surfaces that had been sanded and are affected by the sun and water and wear and tear. One of the biggest pitfalls with your teak furniture is to not let it look like this. Once it becomes gray, dirty, it has to be restored. To restore the furniture from this back to this can be a substantial cost for your principal. On the other hand, if it looks like this and you have a maintenance program and you maintain it consistently every 3 to 4 months, the cost can be minimal and the enjoyment can be a lifetime. Once again, I'm Chris with Dr. Teak, and this is DEMA Minutes.